I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 15th of September. We're getting pretty dry around here, and prospects for rain really not looking good despite a wealth of tropical activity for us. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, coming from Inverness, Highway 280, nice and quiet. That image captured at 5:01 a.m. We'll go down south. That's the Edmund Pettus Bridge across the Alabama River and across the state line in Meridian, Mississippi. That's a Skycam at Bonita Lakes Mall. Check the satellite shot this morning. Put the surface features on there. Of course, all of the serious action stays up north. Big thunderstorm eruption expected later today across parts of the Midwest. But down here, we cannot buy a drop of rain. And not as cool this morning. Look at Birmingham sitting at 72. Montgomery at 73. The cool spot, Gadsden at 61. Convective outlook, got a slight risk of severe weather today for places like Des Moines, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Wichita, Kansas City, and St. Louis. And then tomorrow, a risk from Nashville to Buffalo along a cold front that will be dropping south. And unfortunately, that front will not really cool things down here. And also, unfortunately, it's not going to bring much of a chance of rain. In fact, the guys at HPC are showing zilch on the QPF chart. Expected rain for the next 5 days. Heavier rains down there below Brownsville, Texas, with moisture from Carl, and also up north from Omaha and Des Moines all the way over to Boston. Yeah, the tropics, that's where it's happening. A trio of tropical systems, Carl, Igor, and Julia. The two in the Atlantic are hurricanes, Carl a tropical storm. And those hurricanes are big ones. Here's a look at Igor. Looked like it's going through the typical eye-wall replacement cycle, as all major hurricanes do. Estimated winds are 145 miles an hour. Track has it coming right over Bermuda during the day Sunday as a significant hurricane, but one that should be weakening at that point due to cooler water. Of course, Bermuda is just a little speck out there, and the odds of a direct hit are always small, but still, that chart suggests that that thing could go right over the island. So they are watching nervously there. There's kind of a wider shot. You can see Igor in the middle, and the one on the right over there is Julia. And Julia's a pretty healthy hurricane on her own. That's got estimated winds of 135 miles per hour. A major hurricane. And there's the track of Julia. And it's a recurving storm like Igor, no impact on the United States. And this one should recurve well east of Bermuda. And should begin to weaken as it interacts with the outflow from Igor late this weekend. So, again, those two, no impact on the United States, although we should point out Igor will bring some pretty rough surf to the East Coast. And there's the newest one, Carl, K-A-R-L, not C. That's coming into the Yucatan. Of course, it's going to weaken over land, and it will emerge over the Bay of Campeche. There's the track. And it makes the second landfall late Friday night, well south of Brownsville, Texas, as an intensifying storm. Should be a Category 1 hurricane at the time of the second landfall, and then it weakens and dissipates over Mexico. And again, there might be a little bit of an increase in shower activity up around the lower Rio Grande, but the main effect stays way south, and certainly no impact up here. We'll check the GFS. This is the OZ run at 1 o'clock today. The westerlies are north of us. Down below that, the air is dry. Surface low over South Dakota. Tomorrow, the surface low moves to near Detroit, and there's going to be a trailing front, and, there might be a speck or two on radar. I'm not saying there's no chance of rain tomorrow. In fact, there probably will be a few specks, but I'm just saying the chance of anybody getting wet is so small, I wouldn't even think about it much. So maybe an isolated shower, and then Friday, the front fizzles and drier air drops back in here. And there's Igor on the right, Carl down there at the bottom of that image coming into Mexico. And look at the cool air over Canada following that new front up there. That looks good. Saturday, Carl is inland. Igor is moving up toward Bermuda. That new Canadian front, Chicago down to about Valentine, Nebraska. And then Sunday, the front just kind of fizzles, loses the upper support. Showers hard to find. Of course, down here we stay dry. Highs over the weekend, probably low 90s. Doesn't feel like fall. Monday of next week, same deal. Ridging, 588 ridge. Dry as a bone. Sunny, highs up around 90, maybe low 90s. Same thing Tuesday. Pretty much the same deal Wednesday, although moisture starts to show an increase there. Let's jump out there a couple of more days to the 26th. Hey, look what's down there in the Gulf. GFS shows a tropical system and also a lot of cool air north of us. Look at the cold front. We'll go to the 27th. Unfortunately, the bulk of the really chilly air stays north of us, but that looks like it might be the first snowflakes of the season for some parts of Michigan and around Buffalo, New York. How about that? Big tropical system in the Gulf. On the 28th, it's moving west. And on the 29th, the thing makes landfall around Corpus Christi. And understand, we all know this is pure, absolute voodoo out here. This will change, but again, the idea of something happening down there is plausible, and whether it winds up in Texas or pulls up this way, we just don't know yet. Again, I caution everybody, the hurricane season's got a long way to go. And on the 30th, the end of the forecast, there's ridging. Westerlies are up north and kind of soupy, but again, no real polar air, if that's right. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog, the next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.